안녕하세요 guys, 제 이름은 크리스티입니다. Hello guys, hey, it's Christy. So today I'm going to be doing a review on Heartstrings. This is a drama. The drama is actually one that I saw because Jung Young-hwa is in it, and he was in You Are Beautiful. And also Park Shin-hye is in it, and she was in You Are Beautiful too. And she was also in The Heirs. But I think this one was before The Heirs, so actually she came out in You Are Beautiful, this one, and then The Heirs. So yeah, I'm gonna get right into the story. The story is about this girl. Her name is Lee Kyu-won. She is a student in this art university, I guess. They do kind of like music, dance, acting kind of thing. She is a student there, and she is a student in traditional Korean music, which is very beautiful, by the way. I really love traditional Korean music. It's very soothing. Her grandfather is kind of one of these legendary traditional musicians, traditional Korean musicians, and he's kind of instilled in her like this love for traditional Korean music. She's very, very good at it. She's a very talented player. I do not know the name of the instrument she plays because I don't know how to pronounce it, and I'm not even gonna try because I don't want to offend anybody. But she's very, very talented. She's very, very good. She meets this guy. His name is Lee Shin. He is a rock star. He's studying in the same school, but he's more into the Western music, in the Western influenced music. He kind of really doesn't do anything if it doesn't involve his music. He is the lead singer and guitarist of a rock band, The Stupid. It's a great rock band name, by the way. And they play gigs at this bar, and they're very, very popular. All the young ladies love them very much. But he doesn't really pay any attention to anything that doesn't involve his music. Him and her, they kind of get into this little bicker. She kind of thinks he's conceited and a jerk, and he is just telling her not to fall in love with him because he just doesn't want to do anything. He isn't into that. And they kind of have a wager. They're going to perform from the school, and whoever wins has to be the other one's slave. So if she wins, he has to be her slave for a month, and if he wins, she has to be his slave for a month. The whole time that this is happening, but just before the whole competition, he is actually in love with one of the teachers. She's a dance instructor, and he's been in love with her since she got there. But she doesn't have those same feelings for him. It doesn't seem to matter what she tells him. He just kind of keeps insisting. There's no like telling him no. There is this whole 100-year anniversary performance that's going to be going on, and it's kind of a big deal, you know. The director, I guess, of the school was kind of, really hyped up about it, and he's kind of hired this director who's recently been on Broadway, and his works are renowned on Broadway, and they kind of hire him to kind of come over and take over the production. He happens to be the dance instructor's ex-boyfriend. So the dance instructor's name Jung Young-sun, and his name, the director's name, is Kim Seok-hyun. And Seok-hyun is really in love with her, but he's kind of really upset with her because they had like this falling out. Like, she's really in love with him, but she's not going to even try because he's really mad at her. When he sees that Lee Shin isn't interested in her, he kind of starts making him jealous. And he kind of starts understanding that he really does have feelings for her, and that it's not okay for this guy to be, all into her. At about a time when they start kind of developing this show, Seok-hyun actually sees Hyun-won. He sees like all this potential in her, so he kind of convinces her to come and be in the show. Now, her grandfather is kind of against her doing anything that has nothing to do with this traditional music. She's kind of afraid to tell him, but she agrees to be in the show, and they kind of start working. And every time, like, there's so many obstacles between the show and her because of her background, because of the director's wife, whose daughter happens to be one of the students. Because of all of this, like, there's a lot of kind of obstacles that are kind of in between her and the show, and it's something that she really, really wants to do. She's kind of like iffy about it at first, and then she really gets into it and she really wants to do it. So Hyun, he kind of favors her a lot. He's kind of fighting for her all the time, and you know, despite what everybody else says, you know, he's doing his best for her to be in the show. It kind of comes off to others as kind of like favoritism, like, you know, he's got feelings for her and that's why he's showing this favoritism. There has to come a point in this drama when Nishin falls in love with her. It also happens at a time when he's noticing that Seokhyun is kind of favoring her a lot, and he's kind of making him jealous, and he doesn't really like it. It's kind of how he comes into terms with his feelings. And it's their story. It is such a great drama. There are these twists that happen in the drama that are just like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Happens a lot. I fell in love with the music. They kind of mash up traditional music with the Western music, and it just sounds so freaking awesome. It is such a great drama. I loved the music, I loved the story, I loved the characters. Ishin's character kind of goes from being a jerk, because he is a jerk. He's an egotistical jerk. He's very self-centered. He's good and he knows it, and that's his problem. So he goes from being like this egotistical jerk to really sacrificing a lot for Kyungwon. His character development is so wonderful, and there are other characters, like he's not the only character who kind of develops into themselves, and it's so wonderful. Like, I don't think I've seen another show that has so much character development. Like, it's not just one person, it's like 3 or 4 other characters, 3 or 4 like students, and then there's like other characters that are not students, like parents of the students, that kind of come into their own, and it's just so great. It's such a beautiful story. It is so cute and so heartwarming, and I would totally watch it again. So I mentioned before that the reason I saw it is because Jung Young-hwa is in it. He's Ishin, and Park Shin-hee is in it. She's Kyungwon. I love them. The whole time that I was watching it, like when they finally get together, I'm like, finally, Shinwoo gets the girl. Finally. I don't like comparing it to like comparing characters to like other characters that they've done before, but because it's kind of all I know, it's inevitable, and I love that he gets a girl. So great, so happy. The music is so great. It is so wonderful. Like, it's perfect mashup between the traditional and the Western. They have a really good chemistry, and they kind of make it work. Yeah, guys, so next time I'm going to be doing a review on Pretty Man. And then I'm going to be doing a review on Modern Farmer. I'm going to be doing the review on Modern Farmer because it already finished and I got to see it. I saw it all, and I was waiting anxiously on pins and needles, and it's not cool. I don't think I'm ever going to watch a show that's on the air at the moment ever again. So yeah, guys, if you have watched the show, you agree with me, disagree with me, let me know that in the comments below. If you have any suggestions for me to watch, if you know something that you like, that you think I might like, or if you want me to review something that you have seen, let me know in the comments down below. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Annyeong.